Good morning. I'm not on yet. What am I? New channel, right?
Right down.
Down, 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 down. I had a dream. My dreams are usually pretty prolific, especially when they're super vivid, right?
Okay.
So, we had our event,
Uh,
and we're in this room. Me, you, and Tom. We're in this room, and it's a big ass bag sitting on the table. And Tom says, "That's the money." And we started counting
money for what?
from our event.
Why would we make money off of it?
We made $25,000
How?
from entry fees and just different things. Different products that we were selling. And I looked at you and you looked at me. I said, "You can go start your pizza business now, buddy."
Yeah. Oh, motherfucker. So, one of my favorite shows is called Revisionist History with Malcolm Gladwell.
With who?
Malcolm Gladwell.
Okay.
He basically, okay, so like,
That sounds good.
one of the episodes was about trans fats.
Trans fats?
Yeah, and how we got set up on this world where basically trans fats became like how in the 90s trans fats were like everything.
Right.
Like in everything, no one cared. You just,
Right. Research hasn't been really thoroughly done by yet.
no. You come to find out that the research was done, it just was ignored.
They just kept it secret?
Yeah, they ignored it and they cherry picked what they wanted. And this one guy who had a heart attack basically pushed everyone away from saturated fat. No one just him, it was like the whole industry, the sugar industry and everything backing him.
Right.
Pushed everyone away from fat towards sugar, towards vegetable oils. And that's how we're
Where we
at
got
now.
them today.
Yeah. And it's the whole story about that. Because it's told in a perspective of McDonald's fries.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
when McDonald's fries came out, when they were originally back in the day, they were made, there was a special tallow they had. It was a beef, I think a beef and pork mix, or it was two beef mixes, whatever it was. It was a beef tallow that, I guess when you got a small fry, like a regular fry,
Yeah.
it filled you up. This just saved the fuck out of you, and it tasted amazing.
Yeah.
But because of this push to get away from these fats, they started going to hydrogenated oils. They started
Right.
going to fucking vegetable oils and stuff, which started fucking everyone up.
Yep.
So, but he tells it through that lens. So he's doing a six-part thing this season on guns. And the first episode is about, because you know how, like in New York, you used to not be able to carry a gun. Because the law had stated, like, people in New York had decided.
I think it's still like that.
No, it's not.
In New York?
No, they passed the Supreme Court basically passed a law saying that you cannot infringe on anyone's right, even at a state level. So the state laws don't affect people who have state, like, if you have a license in another state, your license now goes to that state.
Okay, but I think in New York City,
No. They just passed it through the Supreme Court, like it was last year,
fast to saying what?
to say that you can carry them anywhere. You cannot infringe, even the state cannot infringe on your right to carry guns.
Okay.
So in New York City, you're now allowed to carry guns. Like they can't, the state laws and all the city laws have been thrown out the books,
Okay.
basically.
Well, you think that applies to Detroit?
Yes. It applies.
If
everywhere.
you are walking around with a gun in Detroit and you don't have the license,
For one,
you go to jail.
you don't know how the fuck this state works, because you can walk around anywhere in the country or in the state with a gun in a holster on your side at any given time.
Open
As long-
carry?
Yes.
Okay.
Michigan's an open carry state.
Okay.
Now, you cannot carry it concealed anywhere. You have to have a license to carry it concealed.
Exactly.
But what they said at the Supreme Court, basically when you get your license to Supreme, like, if you have basically your license, like, you live in Michigan, I get a license that says I can carry a gun in my fucking pocket, you know what I'm saying? Because of that, I can use that license anywhere I go. Any state. Basically. So if you're
Say that one more time.
Not that my state, if I have the right to carry in my state.
Which is Michigan.
And I have a license, yes, which you can.
And you have a carry license?
Carry license.
Okay.
You can use that carry license, carries over to New York. It carries over to these other places, that have restricted gun laws, can't use their gun laws.
So I can carry my gun to New York, walk around New York with my gun, and I'm not breaking the law.
Correct, but you're a black man, so I would be a little more hesitant.
No. The law is the law.
Law is the law. It doesn't mean they don't enforce stupid shit for stupid reasons. You know that.
I mean, as long as I'm not pulling it out threatening nobody should. If that's the case.
in theory, you can now carry your gun in New York.
For what you told me anywhere.
Yeah, but New York, there's not many cities that, like, the country's not full of fucking cities that are saying you can't carry a gun. Like, you can carry a gun in Detroit if you have a license.
Right.
Basically.
You have to go through scrutiny to carry it.
Again, if you want to carry it. But if you want to carry it on the outside and it's on a federal building, a church, or a school.
Well, I don't see nobody walk around with a gun.
No, because people don't do that. We're not in Texas.
Man, some of these militia motherfuckers we got here.
They do that out there. They're not going to do it in the city.
Oh, okay.
Because again, it's a city. It's not that there's no reason for it. It's just they don't ever, for one, they don't come to the city. And when they do, they're going to a fucking football game, and then you're not allowed to have guns in the stadium. Like, public places or private institutions can still stop you from having a gun inside their building.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if a bar is like, we're going to gun check you, and you have to check your shit at the thing.
Yeah, well, they don't let you carry guns. If you have a concealed license, you can't carry it into a bar.
Or into a fucking...
Or a stadium.
Or anything like that.
Or a church.
Right.
But anywhere else you can.
Yeah. That might have changed too. You'd have to look deeper, but you might be able to get away with that now too. Because again, the way they rigged this thing, it's like basically because of some law in the 1300s in England.
Exactly. We're going back to England.
Yeah, dude, they went back to England.
There's nobody else.
These fucking people, man. When they talk, it's just, There's that, you've seen that Ramsamy guy?
Oh, God.
Oh, my
what
God.
What a disaster.
That dude talks and you just want to kick him in the face.
Just the sound of his voice.
Yeah,
you know?
you know that everything coming out of his fucking mouth is bullshit.
Bullshit. He wrote a fucking book and said shit in the book, and then when he went on whatever that was when we had the debate, he contradicted all the shit in his book.
Yeah, I know.
He's a fucking...
I know.
Where's he from? India?
Well, his family
Pakistan?
was. His family was, yeah. No, his family's from India. They were Brahmin, so they were upper class.
Well, you can tell by the way he acts, yeah.
But his mom and dad immigrated here, and mom was like a psychiatrist or something like that.
In other words, he's never...
Dad was an engineer.
Yeah, he's never went without a meal.
No, he's a spoiled piece of shit. I mean,
He's definitely a piece of shit. And I'm not saying it because he's Indian. I'm saying it because he's a piece of fucking shit.
Well, no shit. You don't have to state it. I mean, it's pretty obvious that that's a piece of shit.
I just want to make sure.
Because
People interpret shit the way they want to.
But I asked Double O, and I'm like, dude, just listen to the shit he says. For one, how many times has he contradicted himself? He goes, yeah, I said,
All the time.
how does that not throw you off right there? Because you know he's going to tell you what you want to hear, but he's going to lie to you and tell you someone else something else.
He's not going to get anywhere near the presidency.
He's promising some shit. He's like, I want to get rid of fucking the education department. I want to get rid of the FBI.
That's why he's not
get
going to
rid
make
of
it.
the IRS.
That's why he's not going to make it.
Well, I mean,
Because everyday Americans look at that shit and say, motherfuckers, shut the fuck up. You're going to get rid of this and you're going to get rid of that.
no, you ain't.
Go live in a bad neighborhood for a couple of years, then come back and talk to me. Go without a few meals.
Then we
We'll
got
come back and
arguing
talk.
about education. He goes, how does the department? I said, well, how does the Department of Education actually gonna do anything if you guys are constantly fucking just like killing it?
Yeah.
He goes, well, it was Carter that brought it, or it was Carter in '79. I said, and then he was basically gone the next year, and the dude that was in basically dismantled the government.
And Carter, they did a whole bunch of undercover bullshit against him to begin with.
Yeah, he was the one that wanted to change shit.
Yeah, he went to the better.
Yeah.
But, you know, we see what he did when he got out of office. He was still a public servant.
Yeah, he was an amazing person. He still is an amazing person. He's still doing shit.
Yeah. No, he's not doing anything right now.
Well, I mean,
He's sick.
He's old as shit.
Yeah, he's
like
sick.
90-some years old, so.
Yeah. Him and his wife both. They're great people, though. To the point of
But if you talk
looking out.
If you talk about a Republican, talk to a Republican, they're the fucking devil.
Yeah. They want to demonize.
Yeah.
They want to demonize everybody. And how anybody could be following Trump, especially after the last 2 weeks, he lost his mind.
You know, I haven't even watched anything. I don't really care.
He done lost his fucking mind, dude. Every other word out of his mouth, is communist, fascist, communist, dog, digging. I'm like, man, goddamn, shut the fuck up. We tired of hearing that shit.
See, you gotta press that button and that button. I mean, no one's gonna have mess. Yeah, see, you missed the Henry fucking text. Oh, he just sent it. That's why.
Yo, Henry, what's up, man? Come on, Mr. Henry text.
He didn't miss it. He just sent it. My bad.
You tried to demonize me.
I am because you're horrible at technology.
Well,
Why?
you know, everybody can't be perfect, dude.
I know, but it's not hard. It makes shit really easy now.
See, you say that.
I do.
But
It's
see,
true.
that's not true. Because others that are my age have even more problems than I do with this technology. Because there's steps you're supposed to make. And the phone doesn't tell you, okay, do this now. It doesn't tell you that. Unless somebody tells you, it's just a bunch of buttons.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, no. Why do you gotta be told what to do?
A lot of stuff on my phone, I found out on my own by just trial and error.
Yes.
But I wish I knew the proper steps to do everything.
There's no proper steps.
Yes, there is.
What do you mean there's no fucking...
Just like the buttons you press to get this on.
I mean, it's
To
like-
you. To you grew up with this technology. Yes, you did.
I was already an adult by the time that stuff came out.
How old were you?
When fucking iPhone came out,
How old were you?
I was in my late 20s.
So before that, you didn't know anything about a phone.
I mean, I had phones, but they weren't like this. They were fucking phones with buttons, like they used to be.
Phones and
Well, those
shit.
flip phones, it was like a phone.
But they were small.
They were small, or it was
They were
one that
stupid.
it was one that was a BlackBerry, but it had all the different things, and those were like little mini computers. But at the same time, they were like computers.
So you understood the black phone?
Yes
Okay.
and no. I knew how to get to a fucking app because
Okay.
it's not hard to go.
Because the BlackBerry had a lot of shit on it.
Yeah, buttons and shit. It was
All
like
kinds of
one-
shit.
But they've simplified this to where literally all you have to do is find the thing you want, you press it, and it's like,
Yeah,
press and
okay.
play compared to, you used to have to go in and find the program, open the program,
No,
shit like that. Now it's like,
that wasn't gonna happen, period.
for one, you need to invest in just a better phone.
Wow, he's calling me cheap, y'all.
No, I'm saying you're trying to use a fucking computer, because that's what that is. You're trying to use a cheap computer to do expensive shit.
Excuse me. Hell, you
Well,
guys
I mean-
see how he's dogging me today?
Hold on a second. If you're fucking trying to do fucking graphic design, your best bet is to own an Apple. Because it's the smoothest, the quickest, it's the easiest
Nobody
to
ever
use.
told me that.
That's just reality with computers. Computers are set up to where Androids and Google and all that shit are set up on a level that it's, okay, you can do everything you want in this thing. You could go in there and rewire the phone. Do you get what I'm saying? If you
What do
wanted
you mean
to,
rewire?
you could go in and
Or you mean
program.
reprogram?
You could program the
Got
phone
you. Okay,
because the system itself is not open, but it's not as closed as an Apple phone.
Gotcha. An Android phone.
But either way, you're using the cheapest version. So basically, you're buying a $100 computer, a laptop today, and trying to do shit that you should be doing on a $1,000 laptop.
Oh shit.
That's what you're dealing with. Because you play on the internet a lot. You watch a lot of YouTube, you're trying to send videos, you're trying to do the stuff we do on my phone, correct? You can do it, but you have to be better at dealing with the fucking shit that fucks your phone up. Because Apple is better at keeping shit from getting into my phone
Really?
than Android is, yes.
I didn't know that.
They're better at privacy, they're better at all of it.
Really?
To an extent, depending on the phone.
But I can
If you
see
buy
that.
a Galaxy S23, which is basically the equivalent of my phone in Android, then yes, it is way different. It's going to be way faster. It's going to work
So
better.
it's more expensive.
Yes. On top of that, the age on the cheaper ones goes faster. They're using cheaper fucking processors. They're using cheaper batteries.
Gotcha.
They're using cheaper everything.
Gotcha.
So the shit is like a computer. You have to think of them as computers, not phones. And same with cars. If you go to buy an electric car nowadays, that someone told me this is not my original thought. This came from DJ Catalyst, which is a friend of mine that plays disc golf.
Mhm.
He drives a really nice Saab. It's a gas car, but it's still like one of those cars that has a computer in it. You
Yeah,
can put a bunch of
Saab,
shit in
yeah,
it.
they like that.
Not Saab, Audi. Sorry.
Audi, oh yeah, okay,
like-
even
like
more.
He can control the fucking
Yeah.
goddamn waves up and down, what it sounds like, shit like that.
Yeah.
He's like, if you're gonna buy it, because at the time there was only Teslas available. He's like, if you're gonna buy a Tesla, you want to go with the newer version because you got to think of them as computers. Because the older version is basically the Windows 8.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You're playing with the Windows 8, and I'm playing with the fucking Windows whatever the new one is.
Yeah.
You know, and so your phone gets clogged up with all the bullshit that's in there. and
He
you
says
don't-
Steve is right.
Yeah, you don't know.
Good morning, Dean.
You don't know how to get rid of the stuff. If you had the ability to not pay to get rid of the stuff, because basically it's a bunch of people dumping shit into you and then going, hey, pay me and I'll get rid of it for you.
Right.
And you don't know how to say fuck you without paying them.
Gotcha.
So you have to either buy the better version of this phone, which, like, I'd say like the Google Pixel is the cheapest, best version of probably
The Google phone.
the Google phone. The new Pixel is probably the best, cheapest version of the high quality phones.
Okay.
Where,
I'll look into that.
because it's like half the price of, you know, and on top of that, you can do a phone plan where it's on top of your phone plan, so you can pay an extra
You're right,
$10
you're
a
right,
month or some shit
you're
like
right.
that. So, you don't have to get an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? You can get a regular phone, but you still have to upgrade it
Right.
to a more, I don't know.
I gotta upgrade my brain too.
Because like, that's
My
one of the
brain
reasons I
needs
stopped
to be
using the
upgraded.
computer. Because the computer I'm using is useless.
Yeah, because I know you
It just takes so
complaining
fucking
about
long to do everything. If I had spent the years that if I had kept going with the computer stuff in school and stuff like that, if I had kept with that, then I probably know how to deal with it.
it. Yeah.
But I don't know how to clean it out, so it's fucked. And on top of that, it wasn't very good in the first place.
Yeah.
It was like a cheap ass fucking computer to start with.
I kind of rely on my brother a lot for that stuff. Well, any computer stuff, because he's, you know,
It would be easier.
his
for you-
background is
It would be
computer.
easier for you to learn if you learn how to get better shit.
Well, yeah. Well, he told me that too.
Because I mean, I pay $25 a month extra for the fucking iPhone, and I get a new one almost every 2 years. So it's like,
You stay up to date, basically.
yeah, and to me, it's because of what I use it for. I use it for this internet stuff. I do social media stuff, and on top of that, I just like the way it seems to work well. Could I go to an Android, cheap ass Android phone and be fine? Yeah,
No,
probably.
no, you couldn't.
Yeah, I would do a better job of buying an Android phone. You don't know what to look for.
You're right. Because if I'd known that, I would have never got this piece of the holy shit.
But that's the research. You do the research. So what you do is you go to the website. You know how I know more? It's because I go to the website, Metro PCS,
Got it.
and I look at the phones they have available. All right?
And they tell you the features and stuff like that.
For me, no. I go, oh, I'd like to look at that phone. Then I go and I go to CNET or I go somewhere else And I look for reviews and videos of people talking about what the phone does, how it works.
To find out
More shit
whether it's
from
reliable.
people who actually know shit.
Right.
That
People
I
with
don't
experience.
know. Yeah, I don't know that shit. I know how to fucking press buttons and get my phone to do stupid things, but not stupid things, not even stupid things. The basic shit.
Right.
But that's just because I don't care about phones. I don't have any.
See, I'm to give you an example what I'm talking about. Why do I keep getting notifications from Harbor Freight?
Because they put, okay,
So that's some bullshit, right?
that's basically, you were on Facebook or something like that, and you looked at a Harbor Freight ad.
No,
No.
never have.
Let me finish. I didn't mean look. I mean you went, and for whatever, maybe your dog did something and you stopped, and it sat on there for a second. You get what I'm saying? Like a YouTube. You're looking through YouTube, right?
Well, you know what? If I did it, I did totally by accident because I don't remember.
But this is how it works.
Okay.
Facebook and YouTube have the ability to, especially with these phones, when you're flipping through, they read when you stop and don't stop. Everything you do is read. So when you look at your dog and you're like, stop doing that, dog, and you don't move for 2 seconds,
That gets
if
read.
it's on that ad, it makes in the computer's mind, algorithm, it's like, oh, this dude's interested in this. Let's give him, we're gonna sell that information to all the different things he goes to. And now that is going to
See, that's weird.
I mean, that's just the advertising.
Because I know some shit's up. I'll tell you why I know some shit's up. So I stopped going to all of the Filipino websites I used to go to. I stopped dealing with Facebook altogether, right? So now, every morning, when I cut my phone on and I go to Facebook or TikTok, there's all this Filipino stuff on there. I mean, a lot of it.
I mean, that's what Facebook makes its money off of.
Yeah, well. In other words, they knew I was spending time on those particular.
Of course they did.
So they said, well, he's not doing it anymore.
Again, that's how they make their money.
So let's throw it back at him again.
They make their money off of advertising, not the advertisers you see. They sell it to the advertisers.
Gotcha.
Your information.
No,
Not you personally.
No, people,
but
period.
You're put into a fucking
Right.
bucket with a bunch
With
of
a
other
bunch of
people
other
who
motherfuckers.
like.
They said, let's try this on this
Who
guy.
slowed down on this thing, because again, it's not Facebook itself doing it, it just made an algorithm at this point. So it's instantaneous.
It's not Facebook this dude.
No, it's an algorithm that they made.
And what is it that they made?
And you know what algorithm is?
Something that keeps track of.
No, an algorithm is basically a computer program.
Oh, okay,
It's the
yeah. I know
program
that.
itself. It's,
Right.
So it's a program for a computer to use, more or less, I think, is more realistic. So basically they wrote this algorithm, and the algorithm tells the Facebook central hub, which is watching you, what it's looking for, and now
What
it's
I'm
gonna
looking
grab-
at,
yeah,
what
every
I'm
time-
interested in.
Everything. And any
Yeah.
little, oh, he stopped for a fraction of a second here, he stayed for 15 seconds here,
Wow.
all of it gets
Wow,
tracked.
that's deep.
They know exactly what you're doing, who you're looking at. It's on purpose, because it's how they get their money. They sell it to the advertisers, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, we could give you these people
Yeah.
that we know have stopped and looked at this, and it's not even like they sell it, it's already sold.
Right.
It's already something that's already done.
Yeah.
And worked out. So, but that's why, why when you advertise on Facebook, you can literally pinpoint exactly who you want it to go to. I can say, I want to go to Black 70, I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think they ask race. But they do ask sex, age,
Yeah.
so I can go 75 to 80 males. That's all I want to advertise to.
Yeah.
Type shit. You can pinpoint the city, the fucking neighborhood, and it'll tell you how many people they got in that area. Like Instagram will tell you, oh, we got about this many people, you might get this many views.
We gotta come up with some interesting shit though. Cause we had 83,000 views. I want us to get to 100,000.
I mean, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Well, start thinking of some things. anybody's got any ideas, put them in the fucking, or anybody remembers some shit we did that they want us to do again, throw it in the comments.
Yeah.
Alright, we gave you enough.
All right, subscribe and like, please. Do shit. Bye.